Hi, this is Trey Passer. Welcome to my review, spoiler free, of Jessica Jones season 2. I just got through watching it earlier today. Started watching it Friday, Saturday, and I finished it up today. And let me just first say this season was so good. I love the first season, and I have to give props again to the showrunner. I think her name is Melissa Rosenberg. I think that's her name. The lady that runs the show, that produces the show for Netflix. And again, Kristen Ritter, yeah, Melissa Rosenberg, that's the name. She's the one that created the show, and she's the showrunner for it, and she's absolutely fantastic. I mean, what she's done with this show is just absolutely amazing. And of course, props to again Kristen Ritter as Jessica Jones. When I first heard that she was going to be Jessica Jones, I thought, no, the only thing I had known her from was that apartment, the bitch in apartment B or whatever that was, and I really didn't know too much about that, so I didn't know about her as an actor. I just you've seen her in a lot of movies, but I didn't know that she could be, especially the character of Jessica Jones. Because I knew a little bit about the character of Jessica Jones, that she was this uh, tough detective, and she was married to Luke Cage and all that stuff. But she really, Kristen Ritter made this role her own, and really just embodies, excuse me, embodies the part. And again, this season is a nice continuation from the first season. You have the characters, Jessica, of course, and then you have her best friend Trish Walker, and then you have Malcolm, the addict that became her assistant, that she kind of adopted to being her assistant and stuff. And you have new characters that they brought on, in this series. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot about the one other character, Carrie Ann Moss, who plays Jerry Hogarth, a lawyer that sometimes represent. She's this high rich, this rich lawyer that that sometimes she defends Jessica Jones. Anyway, they introduced new characters in this, and among them are J.R. Ramirez, who was from Power. He was killed off last season. He plays Oscar Arocho. He's like a neighbor of Jessica Jones, and a new landlord, excuse me, of Jessica Jones. But anyway, this season, basically, if you've seen the trailer, Jessica Jones basically kind of, with help from Trish, with a push kind of from Trish, kind of delves into her past to find out exactly what happened to her. All those those days that she was, you know, after the accident when she was basically in the hospital, and she basically tries, to find out exactly what happened, and it leads to a lot of soul searching things in uh, this 12 episode series. She gets put through the emotional ringer, literally, again. And Kristen Ritter, you just feel so much for her character. She's this this tough private eye who has these superpowers that she never asked for, and she drinks to, kind of numb the pain. But you still feel for her because she's, you know, you could tell that she sort of hates herself in a way. But Trish is like her, played by Rachel Taylor, is basically her lifeline, her, her beacon of togetherness. And there's a great scene of them in the beginning of the movie, beginning uh, of the season that kind of embodies that, which I don't want to spoil. But this season, oh my God, they really do delve into her past, and it really is an emotional ringer. I mean, I have to give props to the actors without spoil. I don't want to spoil the characters, but I'll give special props to Janet McTeer. Uh, there's another character, and this guy I only ever seen him play villains. Uh, uh, what's his name? Mike. Hold on, I'm just trying to look up his name because he's a really good actor, and I only ever seen him play villains and stuff. And I'm trying to hold on, see if I can find his name. Kenneth. Hold on, let me see if I can find his name. He's just a really, hold on. Let's see if I can find his name. And I didn't realize something else. Oh yeah, here it is. Hold on. Let me see if I can find his name. Hold on. Oh yeah, Callum Keith Rennie. That's the actor's name, and he plays a really important part without spoiling uh, in this season. and he's really good too. Exactly as well. Like I say, they introduce new characters and new situations, but it's mostly about Jessica delving into her past and the ramifications of that. And some amazing things happen emotionally, physically, and also the relationship with her and Trish. It evolves too a lot, and the relationship with her assistant, it is Malcolm, that evolves as well. And I like the way it pushes forward. The story is like a continuing story. It is like a comic book in a way that it evolves, and they did a really good job with this season. This season was the emotional ringer, and David Tennant, who's in this show as well, and without spoiling it, I did like the way that his character was presented in this season. Okay, I know that people were saying that his character was going to come back, and so this is not a spoiler. So he did come back, and I like the way they presented his character. David Tennant's just a good actor. Uh, so but again, she gets put through Jessica Jones an emotional ringer again. But there's what I like about the show is that there's always hope in there. There's always hope in there that she can that she can hopefully one day. But it's not cut and dry. Things are not cut and dry in this show. She gets put through the emotional ringer, and there's hope maybe for the future, but nothing is cut and dry and easy for her. She has to continue to work at it and stuff, and it's really, really quite well done. So again, props to Kristen Ritter and Rachel Taylor. I thought she did a great job. Her character, like I said, Trish, her character goes through something too, and her relationship with Jessica Jones, again, that relationship gets put through the ringer as well. And of course, again, Malcolm, the character of Malcolm, played by Ika Darville, he's really good too. They really evolve his character as well. And Carrie-Anne Moss, who plays Jerry Hogarth, her character she has her own little side plot, which is really interesting as well, because Carrie-Anne Moss is a really good actress. And anyway, and J.R. Ramirez, he's a good addition to the show. As Oscar Rocha, he's just really good. And like I said, special attention to Janet McTeer and Callum Keith Rennie. Those two actors, what they brought to the show was really spectacular without spoiling it. I don't want to spoil it for people that haven't watched it, but they do a really good job as well. And definitely, I'm going to definitely watch this again, because this season was, oh my God, just insane. And I didn't realize something, and maybe somebody can correct this if I'm wrong, but they said Rebecca De Mornay was Dorothy Walker. Why don't I recognize? Geez, I'm just, I didn't realize, I know that's Trish's mother, but for some reason I didn't recognize Rebecca De Mornay at all. I mean, I know she got older, but I didn't even recognize her at all. Not that she does a bad job or anything, but yeah, she does a good job, and so I just didn't even recognize that was her, which is crazy. Maybe I didn't look at her, but just crazy. But like I said, this show is, especially like I said, they delve into her past, and it's an emotional. It's intense, and let me just say, it's definitely worth seeing. Like I said, I think next to Daredevil, this is like the best Netflix series. Melissa Rosenberg is the showrunner. She does a fantastic job producing this and writing it, and I think they should let her do the next Defenders, because she has a grip with characters. She knows what she's doing with the characters. Okay, and I think she would probably do a better job, if they, or at least get her input in it, if whoever's going to do the next Defenders, and where they have all the characters together again. Because I think next to Daredevil, this is like the best show. I mean, it's like, I always thought Daredevil was the top, but Jessica Jones is like right here, right next to it. It's just that good. And like I said, I know this time they're going to put Luke Cage, the weakest one, Iron Fist, on Luke Cage's show. He's going to be there, I don't know how many episodes, Danny Rand, but they're going to put him in that show, which I think should improve the show. Okay, I didn't like Luke Cage. I didn't like the ultimate villain in there, and they killed off the Cottonmouth. I think Cottonmouth, right? They killed him off way too early, but that's just my opinion about that. But anyway, definitely recommend this. Please check it out. I would give this, I think it's right up there with the first season. I would give it an 8.5. I think it's that good. I mean, it's that good emotional. And Kristen Ritter is just, I don't know if they get nominated. These shows are eligible to get nominated for Emmys, but I think she definitely should. She's great. Okay, and Carrie-Anne Moss is just at a whole nother level. Anyway, let me know what you think of Jessica Jones season 2. What do you think of it? Feel free to leave comments down below. If you like this review, hit the subscribe button down below. I'll leave a link to my Facebook, my Twitter, and my Instagram in the description box, as well as my other channel called Views and Opinions. Please check that out as well. And I'm also going to do a spoilers review. And I'll put that on my other channel, Paul's Views and Opinions. Okay, because it's going to have spoilers in it, so that way I can talk about more of the plot. Okay, and definitely check that out, and definitely highly recommend you see Jessica Jones season 2. It blew me away. And again, just as great as the first one, and a great continuation. And again, Melissa Rosenberg, who did a great job with this show. She's a great showrunner, and I can't wait for season 3. She's just absolutely fantastic. Kristen Ritter, Rachel Taylor, all the actors on this did a great job, and definitely recommend it. And this is Trey Pastor saying so long, and take care.